It's the final of the US Open, and we've got two big hitters in the women's final. It is Aryna Sabalenka, the reigning defending champion. She got through against Jess Pegula, and we have Amanda Anisimova ensuring there's an American in the final this year. She defeated Osaka in an epic 3-set battle. That's right, and before we go anywhere, make sure you hit a like and subscribe to the channel. Wow, what a night of tennis it was. We had two semi-finals that did not disappoint, and it started off with Aryna Sabalenka up against Jess Pegula. The crowd were rocking, and so was Sabalenka for some of this match because she lost the first set. Jess Pegula, I had her losing in straight sets, so credit to her that she came out and she was playing some great tennis, and she took the first set 6-4. But Sabalenka, she had to go off court, regather her thoughts, and come back to try and force the comeback. And she just started the second set just brilliantly. She broke instantly, and then after that moment, it looked like she just wasn't going to lose this set. Then we went into the dramatic third set, and Jess Pegula played fantastically well. But Aryna Sabalenka had the bit between her teeth, and she was roaring after every big forehand. She even had multiple match points. There was a smash in the bottom of the net. Jess Pegula, her recovery skills from the back of the court are second to none. She was scampering left, right, flicking it up, just trying to get Sabalenka to play another shot and miss. But she eventually roared her way into the final, and it's a third consecutive US Open final, 7th Grand Slam final, her third Grand Slam final of the year, and her 4th in the last 5 majors. And like Ragav says here, it's 6 Grand Slam finals out of the last 8 now for Sabalenka. Do you all realize how insane that is? It is pretty insane. And Sabalenka either wins on Saturday or she ties the record for the most Grand Slam wins in a year without a title. And that would be with Venus Williams in 2002, Kim Clijsters 2003. So it'll essentially be the greatest titleless campaign ever. Well, she doesn't want that, that's for sure. And she's playing some fantastic stuff, but she does know how to sort of get herself in a bit of a twist. And I saw John Wertheim, he put out a good tweet, I think sums it up. Sabalenka and her cinematic struggles is among the most compelling watches in tennis, and sports. Name another player who ties herself in knots and then is so skilled to untangling herself. I couldn't agree more. She is one of the more exciting players to watch on the women's tour, just because you never know which way it's going to go. There's always a lot of drama. There's none of this certainty that she's going to always batter her opponents, because she does struggle a little bit up top, and it shows on the court. She has some very strange off the boil moments, but when she's playing well, wow, I mean, no one can stop her, quite clearly. Her opponent in the final, though, well, could it be the fairy tale that everybody never even thought was possible? Amanda Anisimova. She not only wins, but she wins from a losing position as well. What a match this one was. Nearly 3 hours. She lost the first set on a tie break, and well, she was nearly going to lose the match. It looked like in the second set, it was going all the way to the wire, but she served to stay in that set. And then on the tie break, she won it with domination, I think. I think she played some of her best tennis in this match, showed real resilience, and Osaka was playing fantastic tennis too. All of these 4 semi-finalists, that we couldn't have asked for more. I've not seen such competitive semi-finals on the women's side for quite some time. And that's credit to Jess Pegula, because I thought that she might get beaten in straight sets. I thought this one would go to 3. It did. I did pick Anisimova in 3. I had Sabalenka in straights, but I do have the right final. That's something to say about. It doesn't normally happen. You know what my women's brackets are sometimes like. But it's back-to-back slam finals now for Anisimova. What a way to react to that Wimbledon double bagel. And Osaka now has lost the record. I said she'd lose the record. I said records are there to be broken. But the way Anisimova's been playing, I'm not that surprised. And an American woman has reached the last 5 Grand Slam finals. In 4 of them, an American woman has faced Aryna Sabalenka. Exactly right. Don't forget, we've had Madison Keys, Coco Gauff, Anisimova, and Anisimova. So Amanda Anisimova will make her top 5 debut on Monday. She'll be the world number 4, and Osaka is back in the top 15 now. Look at some of the stats from these 4 amazing women. Anisimova, 50 winners she hit to 45 unforced errors. Osaka, 32 winners to 27 unforced errors. Sabalenka, 43 winners to 27 unforced errors. And Pegula, 21 winners to 15 unforced errors. I'm lost for words. What an amazing quality of tennis. It's just a shame that we didn't get everybody sticking around. Obviously, not everyone can stick around until 1 a.m. to be able to watch these matches complete in New York. Obviously, it was a Thursday night as well. Apparently, it's very difficult to get home from wherever Flushing Meadows is situated. But the people who did stay, they were treated. That's, quite frankly, one of the best performances you'll see, one of the most competitive performances you'll see between 2 women on the tour. And now Anisimova, at 23 years, 358 days, is the youngest player to reach the women's singles final at Wimbledon and the US Open in a season since Serena and Venus in 2002. We're seeing those names keep cropping up. They're Americans as well. Can Anisimova go all the way and complete it? Let's have a look at who they've beaten on the way to the final. Sabalenka has beaten Masarova, Polina Kudermetova. It's next one was Leila Annie Fernandez. We had Buksha. Then she got the walkover against Vondrausova. And then a tough match against Jess Pegula in the semis. If we look over at Anisimova's, she went past Biro in the first round. We had Joint in the second round. Christian in the third took a set from her. Haddad Meyer. Then Iga Swiatek, she got her revenge. And then Naomi Osaka, who, if she keeps playing the way she's playing, I wouldn't be surprised we see her in more semi-finals, if not even finals. So watch out for her on the Australian Open, I would say. But let's have a look to see what the head-to-heads are like between these 2 finalists. Well, Amanda Anisimova leads the head-to-head 6-3. I can't quite believe it. She was leading the head-to-head with Osaka as well. 3-love, she leads that one now. She's played Sabalenka at the last 2 slams. She beat her in the Wimbledon semi-final, and she lost to her, if you remember, in the French Open. But I think that was the round of 16, if I remember rightly. Anisimova beat her in Toronto last year, and Sabalenka beat her at the Australian Open. So those are the last 4 matches. It's sort of like they having won a piece the last 4 times. But how do I see this match going? Well, there's a lot of factors to take into consideration here. And it's really tough to pick because on one side, you've got the reigning defending champion playing some great tennis, but can go off the boil on occasion, Aryna Sabalenka. On the other side, we've got Anisimova. She's obviously got the quality to get all the way to a slam final. But in the last slam final, she didn't even win a game. Does she have a mental block when it comes to the big occasion? Or was Iga just that good on the day and she was always going to struggle in the first ever Grand Slam final? This is in front of her home crowd. She hasn't let the nerves get to her yet. But this is no normal tennis match. This is a Grand Slam final. And Aryna Sabalenka has played more of those than Anisimova. Let me know your thoughts on how you see this match playing out in the comment section. I'm interested to hear how people see it going, the mental state of both players, because they do have a little bit of a fragile mental state when they get to big matches sometimes, or big moments in matches. But I was impressed by the way Anisimova finished off that match against Osaka. She really dug deep and she really fired some big winners when it mattered. And I think the crowd are going to play a factor in this final. And I think it's going to be the devastating year for Sabalenka. And I think she will lose the final. I think Amanda Anisimova will win this final, and she will win in 3 sets. But that's my prediction. Tell me yours in that comment section below. Do you have Anisimova winning her first ever slam at home in the US? Or is it Aryna Sabalenka to retain? Or is it Aryna Sabalenka to retain her US Open crown and to win a Grand Slam after all these final defeats? I want to know your thoughts. And if you haven't done so yet, give us a like, subscribe, and we'll see you later on for more US Open action.